Checking, testing, 1, 2, 3, 4. I love that it says Wolfie on latest big kernel. Alright, welcome in everybody, welcome in chat. I see a couple of you in. I've been feeling, I don't know. I haven't been getting a whole lot of sleep lately, chat. I don't know, I keep trying to go to sleep, and I keep having these really, really creepy dreams. And it makes me not wanting to sleep. So I've got phantoms that have been following me around at night if I'm ever up out of bed. But let's go farming. We need to probably need to let me go get a barrel from downstairs. I think that's what I need to do. I need to start. Bro, I did not invite you in. I need to put like a barrel next to it so I can put my stuff in. I can carry the maximum amount of stuff to the food hall. I really need to start focusing more on meat so that way I can replenish that supply. I do believe this is the way that we do it. I hope this works. I'm not sure if it will. I've never tried it. And so it will. Good. Good. Okay. I didn't invite you in. I do kind of want to steal your llamas, though. Okay. Okay, press this on me, though. Okay. Oh. And that's why I kept that on. So, I don't know, I've not been wanting to sleep because I've been having really, really weird dreams lately. And they freak me out a little bit. And I think one of the cows from my farm may have been sick without me knowing. Or it ate something that it wasn't supposed to and then turned around and fertilized the grass with something weird, and then some other cows ate that grass or something. I don't know. But it's been very, very strange. And like one of them I found myself standing on this random hill and I could just see absolutely nothing but clouds around me. And when I look down, I can see my feet and I can see the hill that I'm standing on. But I see nothing but grass. Grass that's been smashed down. And I'm standing and I'm looking at it. And then all of a sudden, it just gets dark. And I can't see anything through the clouds. But then whenever I look down again, I suddenly become strangely and very, very aware that I'm high up, a lot higher than I thought. Because you would think it's a hill. But in reality, I think it's like 1,000 blocks in the sky. Something that's really, really high up. And then you get that falling sensation. And I get this feeling that I just don't want to be there. That somebody put me there and I didn't want to be there. And I feel like I'm suffocating. I feel like I'm underwater. I feel like if I breathe, then all of a sudden I'm gonna take something into my lungs that's too heavy, that's too much, that feels like it shouldn't be there. And this always wakes me. And so that one's pretty bad. And there's this other one that, like, I'm in the sky, and like I'm flying, but I'm flying up farther and farther and farther, but I can never, ever, ever seem to reach the clouds that are above. And I mean, it's really pretty. I mean, it's got this sunlight, it's got this sunset light, makes everything look pink. And it would be tranquil except for the fact that I'm flying and I'm flying and I can't seem to get anywhere. The more I fly, the faster I flap, the less I seem to move. And then something... I swear I can hear something whisper in my ear. I don't know what it's saying. I know I want to follow it. But I'm too scared. And I feel like if I fly up, 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 it'll leave me alone, but it never does. Freaking character real quick. Thank you so much for the 8-month sub. Oh my god, Ian. What a change in tone. Oh my god. Time does fly, seriously. That's insane. Or potato farming. You caught me in a monologue. Yeah, the faster I flap, the slower I go. And this voice, it doesn't leave me alone. It just keeps pursuing me. It won't leave me alone, and I feel like it's trying to take me somewhere that I should go, but I don't want to go. Because I don't want to know what it has in store. I just want to see if I can't find the ground. There is no ground. It's just nothing. And it's... but I keep flying up because maybe the clouds can provide some sort of shelter. Maybe it can make me feel like I'm not so alone all the way up this high in the sky. This high in the sky where the air gets thin and it feels like a chill in my lungs, but the thing is they're burning and they're not chilled, because if they were chilled I would feel calm, and they're not. It just burns. I am underwater. But I'm not underwater. I don't want to follow the voice. There's another one that I'm sitting and I'm in the house. I'm sitting on my bed and I'm preening my wings. And I've never had an issue with my wings before, but now all of a sudden I'm just disgusted by the color of them because they are I don't feel safe with them anymore. But then I still want to clean them because it feels so good to preen. But then all of a sudden one of the feathers starts to smoke. I'm looking at one of the feathers in between them. It's almost as if there's something tainting it, this black shape that just starts to grow, and it encompasses one of the white feathers, and all of a sudden the feather starts to smoke, and it starts to burn, and I have to pluck it out, because it's gonna burn me if I don't. If I don't pluck it out, it's gonna burn and it's gonna hurt, and I don't want to hurt. But I pluck it out anyway. And then another one turns. Another one turns and I have to pluck it out. Because if I don't pluck it out, it's gonna hurt. And I keep going and it goes again and again and again, and then all of a sudden I have no feathers, I have no wings, they're not there anymore. And it feels like I'm grounded and I can't go anywhere. And if I can't go anywhere, how am I ever going to escape? If there's something I'm supposed to escape from. That one's really scary too. I have the potatoes now. There's another one. This one's not quite so bad, but it does freak me out a little bit. I'm on another hill. There's no clouds this time. There's no clouds on this hill, making it to where I can't see anything. I'm on this hill and there's more crushed grass like the last one. But in the middle of it all, on the very tip top of the hill, there's a Lex flower. And it's just sitting there. It's standing, it's staring at me. I get closer to it and I feel like it's getting warmer in the air. The air is getting warmer the closer I get to this Lex flower. I don't want to pick it because there are no other Lex flowers on top of this hill. And on top of this hill, it's just nothing. I can see the sky. I can see the sky. The sky. It's at nighttime. It looks like this. It's a nighttime. I look up and I can see the stars. There's no light shining on this Lex flower. It's just there, but it seems to emit a light on its own. And the closer I get to this Lex flower, the warmer it gets. And I feel like I want to be near it, but at the same time, if it's emitting its own light, if I touch it, am I gonna burn myself? Let's keep going. Let's keep going on the farming. Ow. Rude. Out of character. I'm trying to do lore here. Anyway. Anyway. And I get so confused because this Lex flower, it's not even... There's nothing else wrong with this flower. It's not whispering to me. It's not pulling me to it. It's not foreboding. It's just kind of there. It's just kind of existing. Kind of like me, I guess. Because that's me. I just kind of exist. And that's all I've ever wanted. I have only ever just wanted to exist. But then I become really, really aware of my existence whenever I'm staring at this flower. And I am very aware that I am a person. I can walk, this flower cannot walk. I can fly, this flower cannot fly. This flower is grounded. So I don't want to be like this flower. This flower is beautiful. This flower is pristine. This flower, it's warm. It emits its own light. It draws other people to it. It doesn't draw me to it necessarily, at least not this time around. But it's also grounded. And it also cannot make its own decisions. It cannot take care of the people that it wants to. It cannot keep itself safe. And if it's in the middle of this hill, that seems to be completely remote. Is it away from anything it loves? Does it love? Does it have the ability to love? Does it have the freedom to... See, there are the phantoms. I haven't been sleeping. Does this flower have the ability to make its own decisions? Can this flower escape this hell that it's been spawned into? And by the time I get to that, I wake up. There's one that's worse than the others. And I feel like I might have heard something like this in a nursery rhyme or some sort of story. But I see this family of cows. It's this family of cows. And all the other cows, they look alike. All the other cows are the same. But there is this cow that's made of solid gold. And this cow is minding its business. This cow does not, it does not want to be, it doesn't, it just wants to be left alone, right? It's this golden cow. But it's not harming anybody. It's not doing anything other than grazing. This cow has a calf. 2 calves, actually. Now that I remember. Now that I'm actually... has 2 calves. And they're also golden, but they're not perfectly golden. They have spots of other colors on them, but they're just as beautiful. And they follow their mother around, this golden cow. It's being followed around by the calves, but it's not messing with anybody else. It just wants to graze. But then out of nowhere, there's these people that come. There's these people that come with weapons, and they look at this. They hunt cows because they need the food, but then they see this golden cow, and they're intrigued by it. And this golden cow is just sitting there minding its business. But they want this golden cow because they know how valuable this golden cow is and how special this golden cow is, because there's nothing else like it and there's never been anything else like it. And they want to capture this cow. But they see the little calves that are following it. This cow's babies. They see these calves that are following it, and how they are not perfectly and pristine. And they find that unclean, and so they take these baby cows with spots on them. They are gold, but they have spots on them. They take them because they are not the golden cow. They take them away from the golden cow. It's separated from the golden cow. The golden cow is separated from its babies. They are no longer together. And the golden cow can't get to its babies, and she watches. She watches as this horrible group, as these people, they take her babies and they kill her. They kill these babies right in front of her. Because they are, for whatever reason, they're not worthy to be around this golden cow, because this golden cow is too perfect and too special, and they want to take this cow for themselves. And the golden cow can do nothing. It can do nothing but watch helplessly, because it's a cow and it doesn't have the power. It's just one cow. They take this cow far away. This cow is writhing. This cow wants to run away. This cow doesn't want to be there. This cow doesn't want to be anywhere near the people that have just killed her babies in front of her. And I mean, that's understandable, you know? I wouldn't want to either if anybody ever killed my children. I think there was my sea lime that this was on, but I don't remember where. I'll look for it later. They take her and she can't do anything because she's a cow, even though she is the golden cow, and they put her on display. They put her in front of the masses, and they come and they look at this cow in all her misery, and she can't escape because she only has hooves and she can't open the door. What is this cow supposed to do? Simply by existing, this cow has been put on a pedestal. It's been taken. This wasn't... The cow did not desire to become golden. This cow did not choose this. This cow was just... This was just an identity forced upon her. She was forced to be this way. No one ever told her. No one ever warned her. She wasn't even fully aware that she was golden. Not until they pointed it out. All she knew was that there was some way that she was at least a little unique. and that her babies were beautiful, and that was all that mattered. There's actually... I lied, that wasn't the worst of them. That wasn't the worst of these dreams. Oh. There's another one. It's a lightning storm. Literally all you can see around are flashes. Just flashes of this lightning. They keep coming. And I'm running for cover because I don't know if I'm gonna be the next one that's gonna get... if I'm gonna be the next one that's struck. But then I'm looking around, and I see that the lightning isn't just striking things, it's striking people too, and I recognize the people that this lightning is striking, and I can't do anything to stop it. But all I know is that it seems to try and go around me, that it won't strike me, that I'm the only one that it doesn't want. But it's striking everybody else, and I'm watching as everybody else has to suffer through it because it's painful, because they literally just got struck by lightning, you know? And I'm having to watch this happen. And I can't do anything about it. I'm just one person. I have wings. I have wings. They happen to be white. It doesn't make me special. That doesn't make me special in the slightest. That doesn't prove anything. But what happens? What happens when... What happens when the lightning storm stops? And everybody else is gone. And it's just me. And I've just watched everything I've ever cared about, any person I've ever cared about, anybody I've ever known, anybody I've even, like, bought cookies from or something. What happens when everyone I know has been struck by lightning? What happens when they're all gone and it's just me and I couldn't do anything to stop it, and I couldn't help them, I couldn't even warn them because it happened so suddenly. Because apparently the gods just want to attack me all the time. Like, I've done nothing. I have stayed out of everything. I have made it to where I don't have to rely on everybody else, but that doesn't mean I don't want to be with people that I care about. That doesn't mean that I don't want to help them. That doesn't mean that I don't want to be at least a little bit involved in their lives, because that means that they are people that are worth protecting. But what happens if I can't protect them? What happens if whatever tools I am given, whatever tools those may be, what happens if I don't have them anymore? What happens if they're just not enough? I don't want any of this. Because what if these phantoms, I think I can try to sleep. Maybe I'll just... Oh boy, I've been working all night. Anyway. Let's just pretend for a moment. Let's just pretend for a moment that what Ember said is true. Let's just pretend for a second that he was right. That I'm somebody who just by being born, by just coming to existence, by gaining sentience, by being born into a world that they didn't ask to be born in. Let's just say for a second that Ember was right. Let's just say for a second that I am, in fact, Lex's conduit. Let's just, you know, theoretically, if Ember is right, then what happens to me? What happens?
Daniel Yor. Daniel Yor.
Oh my god. Our immersion. Anyway. It was such bad timing, oh my god. It was horrible. Anyway. I don't know. I'm just okay. Back into character. Okay. Let's just pretend for once. God, I can't. I need a minute. Let's just pretend that for 1 second that what Ember said is true, that I am, for whatever reason, the conduit of the creator of our world. Mash, stop. Please. Stop. I'm trying to improv here. I need to, like, disable those during lore. Anyway. Let's just pretend that I am, for 1 second, the reincarnation. I'm not even the reincarnation, I'm just some guy. I'm just some guy. I am not Lex, I am... Let's just pretend for 1 minute. Let's just pretend for 1 minute that what Ember said is true. What happens to me? What happens to the world? What happens if this hermit, if this random person is given the power of the universe? What happens to me? What happens to anybody that I know? What happens to my life? What happens to my peace? What happens to my family? That's not exactly the low-profile life that I wanted. Let's just pretend for a second. And let's pretend that, like... Let's just pretend for a minute that nothing happens to any of it. That nothing changes. What happens if I'm given this power? If this is really who I am, what happens if I'm given this power and people start looking up to me and I'm simply not enough to fulfill what it is that they had in mind? What if I'm not enough to protect people from whatever it is that they need protecting from? How? How is this happening to me? Why is this happening to me? Why couldn't I have just decided to have them come and get their vegetables the next day? Why did I even have to go to that freaking place? Like, why did I have to go? Why couldn't have I just stayed? Why couldn't have I just avoided it like I've always done? Why did I have to deliver their stuff that day? Why? And why did so many people have to be there to witness it? That doesn't seem fair. Doesn't seem fair that everybody else gets to go about their day. They get to gossip about whatever happened at that freaking temple. Like, oh, the monk just accused somebody of being the return of Lex, the creator of all that we know. Well, I get to be stuck here being harassed by this guy, being just at every single turn feeling like I'm being watched, feeling like everything I'm doing is being judged, that I can't go about my life anymore because whatever I do is going to disappoint people. If I'm not Lex, that's going to disappoint people. If I am Lex and I can't be who they want me to be, I disappoint them. I still don't think so. I don't even know what got me. I don't even know what got me on that topic in the first place. I was talking about these horrible dreams. And I got onto this. The irony, huh? I am sure it's not connected. By the way. There's no way. And you want to know why that is? Because I'm not. Because I am not the conduit of Lex. I am not, and I never have been, and I never will be. So please, let's just keep going. Let's just keep talking about the dreams. As frightening as they are. As much as I don't want to relive them. Let's just keep going, I guess. It'll get me off the freaking Lex subject. That's all I've been hearing lately. That's all I've been hearing lately. That's all I've ever been thinking about recently. I've been trying to put it out of my mind. I mean, it's a little hard to whenever you're being followed around and been trying to be convinced of it. You would think if I was, I wouldn't have to be convinced of it. But I digress. I'm not. I'm gonna keep going on it. I've got a village to feed. I can't do this. I've got too many responsibilities. I just need to tell Ember to fuck off. And leave me and my family alone. Because that's the only way anything is ever going to turn back to normal. Okay. How's my inventory doing? I'm almost full. Whoops. Put some of these seeds away to be... composted. Out of character, I absolutely love this farm and how it looks, but I hate that every time I try to walk on it, I always end up trampling something. You know, I was talking to Mac the other day. My kid. I was talking to him the other day. And he was telling me how scared he was. And I kept asking him why. And he wouldn't tell me. And finally he said, he looked at me and he said, "Mom, I don't know how we're ever gonna get through this." And I asked him, what? Get through what? He said, just life. And I told him, well, it's not the easiest thing to do. But I said, generations and generations have done it before us. And thanks to them, we found each other. Because, you know, he's my adopted kid. And I said, no matter what, no matter how hard it gets, I'm always going to be here for you. And he said, but I'm not always going to be with you. And I said, well, I asked him, I was like, well, what does that mean? What do you mean by that? He said, what happens if the monk is right and he takes you away? And all of a sudden, I don't get to see you anymore. He said, if you go, then I'll be all alone. And I had to hug him, I had to look him in his eyes. And I had to tell them that nothing could ever, ever pull me from him. That nothing anybody ever says or does is gonna pull me away from him. Because nothing else in this world matters than protecting him. I'm going to provide for him, I'm going to provide for the rest of the village. I'm going to stop selling stuff to Ember. He can buy his produce somewhere else. I don't need the money that bad. I have a dragon horde, for God's sake. I've been working all night. Ooh, you didn't see that. Get the rest of the stuff. I need to get sugarcane and, well, mostly just melons. I don't even care about the sugarcane today. Oops. I guess I'm getting sugarcane then. Oops. I really just need to clear my head. Oops. I flew with my wings. Aha! Exactly. Right. I need to clear my head. I don't know. I gotta get out of this town. I gotta get away from that place. Gotta get away from there. I gotta fly. I gotta escape. I don't know where I'm gonna go, though. I'll go north, I guess. Now do I'm not going anywhere. I went to scratch my foot and it went. Okay. I don't know, I need to clear my head. Well, that's a thing. For sure. I can't. I can't go fast enough. I can't go fast enough. Why? Faster. Higher. Faster. Faster. I'm not going faster. I can't go any faster. I can't get away. I can't get away. I can't. I can't. I can't. Ugh. I can't. I can't even look at those right now. I gotta. Is this what you wanted? Is this what you wanted from me? Is this a punishment I get for still existing 400 years later? Is this what I have to do? Is this what I have to go through to make you happy? I'm sure this doesn't mean anything. I'm sure it's just being crazy. He's making me crazy. It's Ember. Ember's making me crazy. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Do I just do I just do I just pack up my kid and go? Do I just run or fly, I guess in my case? Do I fly until all the whispers of everybody around me stops? Do I fly until I can't hear them snicker at me anymore? Do I fly until people will stop pointing at me? Do I fly until I can't fly anymore? Do I fly to the end of the earth and even then will it be enough? I need to go farther. 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 Faster. I can't. I can't stop. I can't stop. I can't stop. There. There. Higher. Higher up. Can't. Can't breathe. Can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. Where's the ground? Forth, fast, forth, like. Oh. Can't. Not golden. Not golden. Not golden. See? This is gonna tear me apart. I can't get far enough away. I'm never gonna get far enough away. Ever. Because these wretched wings are still tied to my... are still on my back. These wings I wasn't even supposed to have in the first place. My parents were human. Both of them. I shouldn't have these. I shouldn't look this way. I shouldn't be this way. I shouldn't still be alive. I shouldn't be 400 years old. This is not okay. This is not okay. Someone's been here. I'm just alone on this island that's gonna burn me alive. Until there's nothing left. And it'll burn me again. And it'll burn me again and again and again and again, and it just won't stop, and it just won't be over. I just want it to be over. I never wanted this. 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 Never, never, never. I never wanted this. There's no trampled grass. That's good. There's trees. Oh, there's log grass. And there's a cave and there's more trees. And there's no clouds. And there's no Lex flowers. There's no white tulips. There's a valley. Oh god. The valley. Oh god. Oh god. Trap. It's a trap. It's a trap. I gotta go home. I gotta get out of that. I can't. I gotta go. Faster. 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 I'm tired. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. Can't go much farther. My wings are too tight. I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm trying. I can't get up. Gotta go. I can't. Sun. I can't go to the sun. Sun's not gonna help me. This is making me crazy. This is making me crazy. I can't think straight. Of course, what about me is. But, oops. Didn't mean to do that. Ugh. I don't want to swim across the ocean. I at least know where I am. Right here. I could really use some of her. I could really use some of her beer right now. I bet she's done with the place. stars. I gotta get out of here. I can't. I can't stay here. I can't. I can't. I can't go home. I can't. Faster. So tired. I can't. Go. Go. Faster. I can't stop. Go. Away. 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 They can't find. I can't go any further. I'm too tired. I haven't slept in days. Streams won't stop coming and I can't sleep. I don't want to sleep. And I'm getting chased by phantoms because they won't leave me alone and I'm too tired. I haven't slept. I need to sleep, but I can't sleep. Because then they'll just come back. And then they'll torture me. And I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to. I can't get fast enough. Okay? I can't get fast enough. This probably doesn't help. Sir, are you aware you're naked? And your friend over there is too. Okay. I gotta stop. I gotta stop. I gotta stop. We're going home. We're going home. We're going home. And we're not gonna stop until we get home. Because you know what? This is not us. This is not me. I don't run away. I don't get involved, but I also don't run away. I don't willingly get involved. There's a child in that house that needs me. There's a whole village worth of people that needs me. Because if I'm not there, how will they eat? If I am not there, how will the llamas and the polar bears eat? If I am not there, who will water the weed? If I am not there, who's gonna teach Indigo how to read? If I'm not there, how will my child grow up knowing how to love? How will my child grow up knowing how to be courageous, how to be strong, how to not shy away in the face of something that looks like it's impossible to survive? How will I be there to catch him if he falls? How will I be there if I'm not there? How else will he touch the stars? I can't run away. I'm stronger than this. I'm stronger than this. I can't let this tear me apart. I can't let this destroy me from the inside out. It's not true. It's not true. It's not true. It's not true. But it doesn't matter. It's not true because running away is not who I am. And I can't teach my child to be that way either. I can't feel my feet. I know who I am. I'm not what they say. I'm just me. I am a farmer. I am a mother. I am a freak of nature. So I happen to be 400 years old. So I happen to have wings the color of the clouds. So I happen to be somebody who acts like Lex. I happen to have my favorite flower be the very flower that was Lex's favorite flower. So what? So what? I'm sure I'm not the only person. There have been millions of people that have existed before me, and not a single one of them have ever been accused of anything like this. So why should I listen to it? Why should I let it bother me? Why should I when it isn't my problem? He's wrong. They're all wrong. There's nothing, absolutely nothing, that's going to tell me who I am. I just got the guest photobombing me. So, dude. Because this is my life. Not Ember's. And not anybody else's. And I will not be pushed around anymore. And scene. Okay, how was that? I literally did over an hour straight of freaking in-character monologuing.
Bruh.
And I pulled every last bit of that out of my ass. That was full improv. Every single bit of it. The crying, the hyperventilating, the monologuing, the stories, the dreams. I just came up with that now. As I was telling it. Ew, his spot. Nasty. Go away. I feel really good about that. I need to have Ember save that to my YouTube channel so that way I can keep a hold of that because that was really intense for a little bit there. It really was. I feel like we got some pretty decent decent character development in there. For a solo lore stream? Oh my god. You see, slam poetry. I don't even remember half of what I said. No, I feel pretty good about it. I don't know, what did you guys think? Those of you that were somewhat, somewhat paying attention.
Greetings, programs!
Critics program. I need to take a drink. I haven't been hydrating that entire time because I haven't been looking at my. I don't even know if anybody has redeemed that yet. Hold on. We got a lot of daily Stardusts. I had one from Shelby too. Shelby was here. There's the hydrate. Okay. My throat genuinely hurts after that. Oh my god. Like I said, I was literally talking for like over an hour. Does anybody have any additional ideas? Cause I'm gonna need a body double at some point soon. I need to continue writing the next book for our reading lessons, by the way, Indigo. I need to do that. Let's go check on the Dragon Horde. I know no one's been down there, but like, I want to go to the Dragon Horde. No, I know you can't do lore. That's why I did a solo lore stream today. I was hoping maybe at least one person will log in though. Lacking was on earlier, but not in lore mode. E. 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 Which E's did you get? Nice. This top work. Top does in fact work. I'm gonna be so real, I didn't even know I had /top on this server. At least I know for sure what's at the top of that. A little early for me to actually end stream, and I've also got like 7 people watching me, but I've already gone out of character. A feathery dragon? I added the chains and the additional supports to the showroom a little bit earlier. So I added some additional supports and then I put those up there. I'm gonna put some rafters and stuff up there. A little bit. I'm so tired, man. That took a lot of energy. A lot of energy I already didn't have. For those of you who were here earlier, I don't know. I can assure you I'm not scaled. I'm basically just a human with wings. Like, I don't even have feathers on any other part of my body. Like, not on my arms or my legs or anything. I don't have bird feet, I have human feet. I have no scales. For those of you that were here during a lot of that, how was it? Was it okay? Was it believable? Did I sound like I was actually struggling with something? Did it sound like there was something internal going on? Did I sound like it was starting to make me go crazy? It figures I give the best performance of my life and no an active is there to witness it. It's okay. He didn't know I was roleplaying? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, hi, Seiji. Well, good morning, sweetheart. She was just taking a nap and she just went, and looked at me. Hi. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Anyway. I guess that means it was okay. At least it was a little bit believable. Bro, you guys should have been here a little earlier. You would have seen a lot more of that. Okay. Thanks. So what, you guys are both watching? Ah. You guys having fun? Yeah. Well, you know it's what I want to do. If I could have any job in the world, it would literally just be to act. That's what I want to do. That's my dream. I just wish I didn't live in Oklahoma and I wish I wasn't poor. So. Alright. Yes. But no, like, 100% of that was improv. I had no script for today. I was literally just gonna farm. Be like, farming, farming, growing food. Harvest, The I've been having weird dreams bit came to me and it all just kinda came it just kind of flowed from that. It just kept coming to me. I pulled so much of that out of my ass. I'm like, what could I be dreaming about as an allegory to my insecurities of being accused of being Lex? And I just came up with that stuff to be different aspects of it. Nope. Not at all. Not at all. Not the slightest. I was struggling with the story between me and MacBit because I haven't spoken to them in like 2 years. But they're still a character in the story, so I had to make up something about it. And that was where I was struggling, man. I could have done Dream SMP. I would have been very good at it. Indigo, if you could be in the DSMP, yeah, if you could be in it, what do you think you would do? For me, I would 100,000% be involved with the syndicate stuff. I would have been involved in the syndicate stuff. I would have been just as on fire for anarchy as Techno's character, but a lot more feral about it, I guess. I kind of would have wanted to be like a ninja type thing, like not a ninja, but like basically just a reconnaissance type person where I would be like observing everybody until the syndicate lore rolled around. Like stealing someone's house. I would have wanted to be the kind that was like holding knives to people's throats to get information out of them. That's what I would have wanted to be. You know, like the syndicate, they're all like questioning some world leader or whatever. And they would have been trying to get an answer out of them, and they would just keep being vague up until I pulled a sword on them. being like, that's a, I'd be like, it's an awfully nice neck you've got there. Would be a shame if a sword went through it. I'd be the kind of person that Techno would look at and go, dude, calm down. Like, we want answers, but it seems harsh. Pretty much. With the exception of, like, the conquering bit. Swap Pop would absolutely conquer. It would be somebody with a mixture of moral code between MSMP and Swap Pop. Because Swap Pop won't hesitate to stab a bitch. As a matter of fact, will do it laughing. I don't go around stabbing people. However, I will not hesitate to threaten when it seems like it would be something we would need to do. Even if it doesn't call for it entirely. You know? Because, like, putting a knife to someone's throat to get answers out of them isn't entirely necessary, but would seem necessary in that character's eyes. You know? I'm gonna go check on one of us SMP. I had to save the person that was on here last night because they ended up dying like right after I gave them their stuff, and I tried going back for their stuff but couldn't find the entrance, and then when I finally did, there was a zombie wearing all of it and the rest of it had despawned. So I went and just gave them some more stuff, but I did end up getting the stuff. And then we like looked at each other's houses and everything, so they didn't have like too much on them, but I did give them some stuff. Boop. It's fine. I can deal with a little bit less potatoes in favor of wheat. I know that's wild to say on a techno-related server, but my cows gotta eat too. You can't win a war without food. Alright. Well, thanks for chatting, Indigo. See ya, Indigo's boyfriend. I get it. Really, really, really need some more torches. That's probably what I really need to be doing. Need more torches and I need more fireworks. Okay. Oh, no one would myself. Alright, I'm probably gonna end stream. I know it's a little bit early, but I am tired. And my dogs are barking. They think they're so scary. They're literally chihuahuas. One of them is under 10 pounds. And it's not even a foot tall. Neither one of them are a foot tall. They won't stop. Alright. Let's see who we're gonna go raid. Remember to stick around. Spam some emotes. I'm still in my MSMP skin. I guess we're gonna go raid Necro. That's fine. I think that'll be good. So, alright, everybody. Make sure you show Necro some love. Stick around, spam some emotes. Make sure you're rested, you've got water, you've eaten, and that you're comfortable and ready for bed to go whenever you need to. I will see you guys on the next stream. Bye!